everybody. Welcome back to I Am That Bitch podcast with my co host, Roula DK.
Hey,
Um,
everybody.
this one's not going to be about Greek.
Nope.
This one, we got online today. It's Monday to talk about the events that happened in the States to Donald Trump on Saturday. And as my BFF is a beautiful American, um, I had to have this conversation with you, Rue. Like,
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy. I was at home and all of a sudden my phone was blowing up.
mine
And
too.
literally I was home with my daughter and she was like, "Mommy, like what happened?" She's like, "Is everything okay?" And I'm like, "Someone tried to kill Donald Trump." She's like, "What?" And so I put on CNN, and my daughter's of that age where you can't hide stuff from her. She's 10, right? But on the
Yeah.
flip side, she also doesn't want to see it. And at the beginning, I just put on CNN and it was kept showing the video over and over and over again. And just listen, as an American, it is, freedom of speech. You have the right, obviously, to bear arms, although I don't think you need an AK-47 or whatever the heck. That you don't need a machine gun to walk around the streets with. That's a whole different conversation.
Different
But
conversation.
no one should be taking a shot at a former president of the United States. And what I was trying to explain to my daughter, and obviously to the public here, is Secret Service, when you take a shot at a president, a former, current president, whatever, it doesn't matter. Their job is shoot to kill. It's not shoot to hurt. It's not shoot to maim. It's shoot to kill. You do
So on
not.
that note, before you go any
Yep.
further, you explained that to me on Saturday night when we discussed. And just for the record, we haven't really discussed this because
No.
I've been working
No.
all weekend. You've been busy all weekend. This is the first time we're really talking since the event. And you mentioned very quickly on Saturday when I called you after it happened, you said, Secret Service is shoot to kill,
Mm-hmm.
not to. And what was the word that CNN used? You said was the shooter has been
Oh,
neutralized.
neutralized. Neutralized, we all know. Well, as an American, that means they're dead.
Yeah,
That's what happens when you're neutralized.
but uh, oh my God, what were you just saying? That I just because there's so much in my head right now. Um,
Let's take it one by one then. Take
okay,
it
so
one by
what did
one
you
and it'll
just
come
say?
out.
Because you
It wasn't shoot to meme. It wasn't shoot to.
oh, but the liberals on the left are like because we're saying the shooter's dead. Like they're and we're happy that he's dead because nobody should go after a president, whether you agree with them or not.
Absolutely.
And the liberals on the left are going ballistic because people on the right going, it's good that he's dead. I don't understand why
So
they're freaking out.
I think here's part of it. For me personally, and I can only speak for myself, I would have loved for him to be alive to actually hear what got him to this point. The problem now is you have all the speculation, right? Now it's going to be, we're going to go through social media that found nothing. The kid had no, supposedly he's 20 years old, not supposedly, we know he's 20 years old, very little social media presence. So they're saying he's a loner, no friends, which if I'm going to be stereotypical, tends to be the look and feel of most people who shoot or mass shoot, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Who have, let's be honest, some sort of issue with something, someone that will lead you to do something like this. Okay, you and I can get as mad as the next person and can get even more, we're Greek women, feistier than others. But we don't go pull out our guns and start shooting left, right, and center. So
No.
uh, that's, there is something there that gets a person to that point to either want to do this or to be able to do this. And so obviously something was missed somewhere along the line.
So I have videos for that, and we'll go through that in
Okay.
a second. Um, there's one video that I have that this young kid, and it's just, well, there's, okay, so let me just go back because, when I was sitting here at Saturday night on the couch watching, and I actually don't watch CNN, I don't watch news in general, I don't
Yeah.
even watch
Agree.
Fox. Like,
Agree.
I just can't anymore. It's just too much. But I did put CNN on because I couldn't find Fox on my TV for whatever reason. And they had an interviewer, or they were interviewing this woman. And she basically said, and this is just like within an hour and a half of it happening.
Hmm.
She said this was a far right shooter. And I'm like, how would you even know
Hmm.
that? And they said they must have forgotten to, or something to the effect of, they must have missed the far left radicals because this is a far right radical. I'm like, how would you know that? And I said to my husband, did you hear what she just said?
Hmm.
So this is why, this is the bullshit why I don't watch mainstream media. I don't, because it's very left. I'm not very right, but I'm on the right side. I'm very conservative, I think, when it comes to my money, right?
Well, that's,
Socially,
listen,
I'm
we've
more
talked
liberal.
about this. People vote with
Yeah.
their pocketbooks. That's a whole different
Oh, and
story.
that's the thing, right?
Um,
So now I'm hearing now, and then there was a friend on Facebook that I guess made a comment about this being staged, that Trump staged this assassination.
I've seen about 6 different friends post the same thing with
And I
multiple
kind of,
comments below. Here's the thought process. Okay, you
yeah,
have
let
to.
go, break
It's
it down
hard
for me.
because you guys have JT, and JT is just so weak that, no offense,
Oh,
whoever likes JT,
that's
but
another episode.
that I can't comment on the Canadian part. I can only comment on the American part. I can listen. Um, so when you have listen, America was built on the set of freedoms, and I use my hands a lot. I'm sorry, Val and I talked about how I'm not going to use my hands, but when you get passionate,
No,
you
you
have
can
to.
use your hands. It's this.
I can't do this. When your country is created on or on this basis of various freedoms, right? And everyone has the opportunity to live to those standards. When people take it to the extreme, like I had a friend who said on social media, because Trump, what was the wording? So, I'm going to paraphrase. Essentially, Trump incited violence before, so how did he not expect the violence to come back at him? Okay, for lack
I
of a
don't know
better
where. Sorry, I'm going to cut you
term.
off here because this is the bullshit that I can't stand, and I find the left is so like we're both like both sides are hypocritical, but I find like the liberals are so much more hypocritical. And I've got a video that just because you brought that up, so
And,
let me just go to it really quick because I'm going to
and
share my
let's
screen.
let's say that I've not seen anything you're going to show, so my reaction is a live first time reaction.
Okay,
Because all
give
you
me
said to me
one.
was, "Can I show videos?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Okay,
Hopefully
give me
this
one
does.
second. Okay, let
Yeah.
me see if I can get this to work.
Okay.
Share screen. Okay, I want to share this screen.
Oh, okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can't hear, but I can see.
Okay, so because I haven't played it yet, so let me
Okay.
just
Gotta be
go
ready to
here.
throw a
Let me
punch.
pause
So you
it.
have to be. You gotta be ready to throw a punch. So you have to be ready to throw a punch.
Donald Trump, I think you need to go
Can you hear
back
it?
and punch him in the face.
That I thought he should have punched him in the face.
Feel like punching him.
I'd like to take him behind.
Let me start
You
this
gotta be
over.
ready to throw a punch. So you have to be ready to throw a punch.
Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
That I thought he should have punched him in the face.
Feel like punching him.
I'd like to take him behind the gym if I were in high school. If we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him. No, I wish we were in high school. I could take him behind the gym.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Take him out now.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Please get up in the face of some Congress people.
People will do what they do.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
We're going to go in there. We're going to.
This is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. And for those of you who are soldiers, make them pay.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be? Does one of us have to come out alive?
Oh, that's tackle.
Oh, come on.
So, what do you think about that?
Wow, the Madonna one. I mean, not her stance, but I was shocked, obviously. But I'm gonna say that freedom of speech is freedom of speech. And that is one of the things that,
Okay, but hold up. On that note, though, you're saying freedom of speech. Now, if anybody on the right said that, I find in the States, this would be all over the place.
but that's so that's a media thing. That's a whole different story. Now, are they allowed to say that? Yes. Is it right? No. Are we allowed to see it? Yes, from both sides.
But hold on, isn't Trump being investigated for inciting violence on June 6th? That's all inciting violence. Shouldn't these people not be investigated?
Who's that Republican from was it Michigan? I don't even recall the woman who with the half mask that was like, who is she? Representative? Who is she? There was towards the end, but
the
she,
black one?
Yeah, she had like
She's
a half
Republican
mask.
or a Democrat?
I thought she was a Democrat. Sorry, I said Republican. I thought she was a Democrat.
Yeah, these are all Democrats.
Yeah, the one who said Trump supporters watch out or whatever towards the end.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't catch the state. I saw the M. But
oh shit. Let me go back because there is one. I have it on my phone. She's the actress from she's the actress. Okay, here's another one. Actually, I should just keep sharing my screen right now.
Okay.
I want to I'm going to edit this out. Actually, give me 1 second. Here it is.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to show you this latest video of an actress from Orange is the New Black. Let me share my screen.
I never did watch that series.
Oh, I loved it. And I loved her character too. But this is disgusting. So here, listen to this.
Done. I'm done. I'm fucking seriously done. The Supreme Court has pissed me off so much right now. Like, so much. Joe, you're a reasonable man. You don't want to do this, but here's the reality. This is a fucking war. This is a war now, and we are fighting for our fucking country. And these assholes are going to take it away. They're going to take it away. Fuck you, Clarence Uncle Thomas. Fuck you. Joe, you now have the right to take that bitch Trump out. Take him out, Joe. If he was Hitler and this was 1940, you'd take him out. Well, he is Hitler, and this is 1940. Take him the fuck out. Blow him up. Blow him up, or they'll blow us up. Facts.
Wow.
Now, there just has to be some laws broken there speaking like that about a former president or sitting president. Isn't there? I don't know.
No, I mean, freedom of speech covers a lot in the US. I know. Listen, you can't take morally, is it wrong? Absolutely. But the one thing that people always say is don't talk about religion and politics, right? Because people get so passionate on both sides of the spectrum. Even if you're not religious or political, you get in a room with two people who are, and you get sucked in one way or another, right? Or you're the punching bag because you're like, boom, boom, boom. But that's that thing. And I just don't understand why. What bothers me the most is all these people will sit here and create all the social media drama, not drama, but create all this, these posts, regardless of what side you're on, and post on social media. But what are you doing to actually change whatever your outcome is that you believe? What are you doing to actually change that in November? Like, what are you doing leading up? If you're a Trumpster, great. If you're a Bidener, great. I don't even know what his people are called, but whatever. What are you doing to rally the troops of your friends, your family, to get the outcome vote that you want. Like, I can sit here and spew bullshit on social media all day long. First of all, what kind of life do you have? Because I have a life. I can't be bothered to sit on social media all fucking day long. That's
Boy,
me.
do you have a life.
But secondly, that is all wonderful and great, but it's not going to change anything at the end of the day, except perhaps in this case with this 20-year-old. And again, the only reason I wish he was alive was so we could know what led him to this. Now it's all speculation, and I fucking hate speculation. Give me facts. Give me, like, you know what I mean? Give me real things. But the speculation is because he had no friends, because he was a loner, because he was swayed. I'm assuming this is going to come out. It hasn't yet. He was swayed to do this. Or he was paid to do this, or he was whatever. I don't care I mean, at the end of the day, there was a reason. I just wish we knew what it was.
So have you seen now there's more videos of people pointing him out to the police?
I saw one yesterday.
So
Yeah.
I have that too. I'm going to share that and let's talk about that because I
Yeah.
don't want to go on too much about this because it's something that we should talk about, and I want to make it clear to everybody. Like I'm Rula, can you say your political stance? Are you like? Can I
Listen,
say you're a Democrat?
I have voted both. I'll be honest with you. In my lifetime, I have voted Democrat and I voted Republican. My husband always says, he votes with his pocket, whoever's going to put more money in his pocket. I was going to say pocketbook because that's what I used to say, right? I vote with whoever's going to put more money in my pocketbook.
Yeah.
The country was in a much better financial place with Trump at the helm. That's not a. If you're American, you know that. It's not a secret. That's the reality of it. And I think you will see in November, regardless of what happened, I have friends who are like, this solidified Trump's winning, right? I think, forget about Joe's mental capacity, forget about Joe's running mate that a lot of people may dislike, how she got into her space in politics. I'm trying to be very good. Forget about that, right? I think at the end of the day, people are sick of not having, going to the supermarket with $200 and not leaving with enough food to feed their family for a week. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And that's where people will remember. That's what people will remember when they go to vote. The problem is getting people to vote. So there's women from Orange is the New Black. I would say, get off your ass, get out of your house. First of all, you're rooting for the wrong team.
I'm sure
Yeah.
she votes. But
but use your power as a actor
educational too.
To get people to vote, to educate, not to spew hate, regardless of what side you're on, right? Like that's what we try to do. We try to educate people to make a decision. That's what I would always say to like my staff, right? When I was working corporately, my job is to give you the information to bring you to this point, and your job is to take that information and do your job with it. Now, are you going to do the same job I would have done? No, because we're coming at it differently. But if I wanted to do the job, I wouldn't have hired you. So take the information provided to you as the actor of Orange is the New Black and use that to educate more people to vote.
What I don't understand is when I hear them say, we're going to lose our constitution, we're going to lose our rights. He's already been president. He was already there for 4 years. What rights did anybody lose?
The issue, the Supreme Court, but that's a whole different, the Supreme Court going Republican. That's a whole other conversation. We can talk an hour just on that.
Conversation. But what I'm saying is he's already been there. And, and this is where I have the problem with these, people go, I love Taylor Swift. But what is Taylor Swift teaching young girls? That if I don't get my way, I'm leaving this country, right? If Biden doesn't win, I'm leaving. Like you're acting like a suck and you're acting like a baby. But what are you teaching small little girls that are watching you, that look up to you? Rather than let's educate them and say, okay, I'm not happy with it, but let's work with what we've got and try to make America a better place. Like, listen, we need America to be strong.
Canada needs America to succeed. Bottom line. And if Canadians don't believe that, if Canadians believe they can do it on their own, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Like you need America to succeed. And not because I'm American, but it's such a, what's that? Not reciprocal relationship. What's the word I'm looking for, Val? Because I can't think of it right now. It's our economies are so tied.
It's like a
Our,
partnership.
it is, Americans joke that Canada's just an extension of another state, but I know Canadians don't like to hear that. But the money that goes in and out of our countries every day, the trucks. Have you been at the border lately? Have you seen how many trucks are going up and down between the two countries? That's the reality. If America is not successful, that's why our Canadian dollar sucks. My kid we're going to go visit some family and in the States, and my kid did a list of stuff she wants to buy. I did the conversion. I'm like, well, this comes out to another $125, add $125 to the US to get to the Canadian equivalent. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm with you
disgusting.
on that. So, okay, let me show you this one video because I don't want to go on too much about this longer.
One more. Let's go.
But this is where the people are pointing out the guy to the cops.
Oh, okay. I wonder
and then, what I saw. And then we'll go, and then we'll move on because I think we need to move on.
Okay.
So, he was doing the job. I wouldn't even be doing this. I get some beautiful places.
Look, they're all pointing.
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down. See him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And Scott, I'm here with you, fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look.
There he is.
Easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people. Criminals. We have criminals.
He's
we
on
have
the roof. He's
drug dealers. We have people that
right
should not be here.
Right on the roof.
It's much tougher than it happens.
You went right on the roof, big guy.
So, right?
Wow. So I was listening to Fox News yesterday. I switched from CNN to Fox. And one thing they said is, and this is true, I'm not making excuses. When you are at an event like that, the different agencies do not have an ability to talk to each other. FBI is on FBI. Secret Service is on Secret Service ear things. The police, the whatever town police, I don't even know if they have police. That was such a small little place in Pennsylvania he was. Maybe there was state police there, a sheriff's department.
There were police there. They were saying officer.
No, they were. So I don't know if, I mean, he was in like country bumpkin land, no offense. So I don't know if that place had its own police service or it was like the bigger city's police that came in is what I'm trying to say. But they would not have had ears to the Secret Service, to the snipers that were on. I don't know if you saw the video of the snipers, the Secret Service snipers that were ready. The one that took the shot, let's be honest. Yeah. There's another conversation that I do want to bring up because I know we're hitting that time mark, but I think it's important. And as a female, I saw the videos and I saw the slow motion and I saw the pictures of the Secret Service guards that were protecting Trump. Way more women than I expected there. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, but did you see the one that they say it was her first time on the job? They're memeing her. Like
the one from Pepsi, the one that worked at Pepsi. Yeah.
And she's trying to get her gun in the holster and she just couldn't. Like she was like all over the place.
Yeah, she supposedly had a job at Pepsi and then became a Secret Service person. Now, I could be wrong. Do your own research.
Didn't hear that.
Yeah. So here's the thing. When you are guarding a president or former president of the United States or the first family, I, as an American citizen who pay taxes in many countries, would like the best of the best to be on that person, whether I agree on their political beliefs or not. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I believe in, but whether I like them as a human or not, the best of the best should be guarding these people. That bottom line. Now, was that the best of the best guarding Trump? I don't know. Obviously,
I don't think so.
Obviously, they had the best of the best on the roof because he got the guy from however many feet apart. Like that was a great. I mean, someone died. I hate to say it, but he had a good shot. I'm sorry. That's the reality of it.
Oh my God! Can I show you one more video that just reminded me?
Yes.
This is how fucking crazy some of these people are. Let me look it up here. Let me find it before I.
People are gonna say I have no conscience because someone died, but.
Well,
What about the
It's, you
poor
know what?
dad?
Our prayers do go out to the families.
Oh my God, that poor man who saved his family. The firefight. He was a retired. The man who died in the audience
Uh-huh.
was a retired firefighter.
Oh.
He jumped on his 50, just had celebrated his 50th birthday. The pictures that were out are of his 50th. And he jumped on top of his wife, and he has 2 daughters. So he got on top of his family to say, I know I have the chills just talking about it. And he saved his family. Now, obviously the shooter has a family, and we do, send our condolences to them as well, because they are going through pain regardless of what happened. But at the end of the day, I go back to someone missed something. Somebody slipped through some crack to get to that point. It's obviously a mental health issue, regardless of what else is there. There has to be. Again, we are very passionate and can get very agitated women, and we don't choose to take the guns to the streets.
Okay, let me show you this one kid going fucking nuts because the shooter missed. Which is, I'm sure there's more than one video, but this is the one that popped up to me.
Okay. I don't know that I've seen this. Oh no, I haven't. Okay.
Okay, here. Let me just expand the screen.
How do you miss that? We don't miss those! Come on, man! Fuck! We don't miss those! One shot at greatness to be mentioned in the history books! And you missed the shot? Fuck! What fucking shit? How do you...
Okay.
What? First of all, where are this kid's parents? Number one. What the F is going on? Like, get that child.
Books. Like, can go down in the books. You missed killing somebody. We've lost humanity. Okay. There is another one I wanted to show you before we go. Let me go back to, I know my screen's still sharing.
That's okay.
Here's a play. Of them assassinating Donald Trump.
It's an actor dressed to look just like President Donald Trump as he's assassinated on stage. Look as his character is stabbed to death. And there's no mistaking the Trump connection. Check out the unbuttoned overcoat and red tie that hangs over his waist. It's a staging of Shakespeare's Julius Caesar that is outraging many. The controversial...
Absolutely disgusting, Roula. I just... If that was done on the other side, if someone did that for Biden, shit would just be through the roof. Here's the chick. Let me just show this.
Oh yeah, that's not the one I was talking about. I was talking about the other one.
Okay.
Because you had a bad day, you take the one down, you sing a sad song just to turn it around. You say you don't know, you tell me don't lie. You got in the hole. You go for a ride, you have a bad day, you see what you like. Because you had a bad...
It's, you know what? It was a sad day in American history, I'll be honest with you. We
was.
haven't had, and Ronald Reagan, and I was old enough to remember Ronald Reagan's assassination attempt when they took shots at him. And quite honestly, I thought we had gotten past it. I didn't think my kid would have to see a presidential assassination attempt. Granted, he's not the current president, but past president. And I think that all in all, Americans are better than that. But I think we've allowed this little thing to come into our homes, and we don't have a connection anymore because this has replaced our babysitters. It has replaced our conversations. We're going to text each other as opposed to talk to each other. We're going to, sit there and aimlessly scroll all day as opposed to sit, what happened to Sunday dinners? Whatever happened to any night dinner? What happened to sitting as a family? We've put everything else first. And when you lose the family structure, and you can say I'm old, I don't care. You can comment that I'm too old. I don't, I have old school values. But once the familial entity is broken, then that's how your country goes to shit.
Yeah. Well, my friend, thank you for coming on and doing this. And I know it has nothing to do with the two Greek girl thing, but I had to. It's something that we need to discuss. And I think Rula and I are the perfect example of we're being really good friends
Mm-hmm.
to having different political stances at times. We agree on a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
and there's things that we don't agree on. But we can still remain really good friends. We love each other. We're there for each other. You are truly one of the best friends I've ever had in my life, Rula. And I'm being sappy, but
Same girl.
I'm grateful for you. And I'm sorry that your country is in turmoil like ours here, right?
The one thing, can I add one thing? The one thing is that we
Okay.
learn from each other.
Yeah, we
And I
do
think
learn from each other.
that's the most important, right? Because I always say if you're not learning, you're not growing. So we are able to learn from each other regardless of our different yet similar past, regardless of everything else. We take each day as a lesson and we learn from it, and then we are able to move on. And we hope that we got you guys to think a little bit about what happened, because a lot of people shut down. You say politics and it's like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to, and I have a friend who I'm going to do a shout out to Jess. She always says, I'll talk about politics. I don't care. It doesn't, I don't care. Let's talk about it. And I love that because a lot
I
of
like
people
talking
won't,
about it.
right?
I tell people, a lot of people know my stance, and I'm on the right side, and um, I don't like it. Like if people are going to sit there and go, I don't like something, like, or I don't like Trump. Well, why? Because I just don't. No, no, no. Tell me why. Let's have the conversation. I don't like Biden because of this. I can tell you, border security, inflation. He's just not fit. Like I can give you reasons,
Right.
right? From why you don't have to agree with them, but I'm going to give you reasons. So I tend like, just as an example, I said something about COVID on the weekend. Someone said something to me, a customer of mine, and I said something back, and this couple walked by and injected themselves into my conversation. And I just said, yeah, I'm not going to have this conversation with you. We're on the completely different side. I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything.
Mm-hmm.
All I want is this hatred spewing bullshit to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Let's care for one another. And I would really love, and I mean, I would love if we could go back to the times where we didn't talk about religion and politics. That was private information. You didn't know, and you just got to know the person for the person.
Yeah.
But the world's a crazy fucking place. But anyway.
Well, yeah. And that's we'll have another conversation about technology because I feel like that world went to shit once it entered. Now it's here to stay. I'm not like a person. I am just as bad as the next person when I get how many hours I've been on my phone, but I also work for my phone. So it's a little different, but I think that as a parent, who's raising a very impressionable child at 10, I have a little bit of a different, I have, who's what?
Who's going on 30.
Yeah. But my view is a little different than someone who has a child who's 20, right? Or someone who has a child who's 2 or someone with no children. Because for me, this is now she's at that age where her friends have all the things. And why can't she have all the things? And I don't want to get into it because I know this isn't about this topic. We're talking about Trump. But, at the end of the day, I personally will be watching to see who his running mate is. He's announcing it today. If you don't know, the Republican National Convention starts today, and then the Democratic one.
Is there any hopefuls that you have?
No, I don't. I honestly don't. I don't know which way he's going to go. I'd like to think it would be female, but I don't know. I don't think he will. I think it'll be a man. But
I think it'll be female.
Huh? You do?
I kind of do.
I see. I did before. Now I don't think so because now I think it's going to be after yesterday. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be someone who's just as strong as. And I'm not saying a woman isn't just as strong, but who would have just as strong of a following. And if you follow the Republican Party at all, the men, as in anything in politics, the men tend to have bigger followings. I hate to say it, but that's just the reality of the world.
All right, my friend.
So thank you for letting this little American get on her soapbox. Who has
I
a
love this little American.
different perspective, being out of it now for so long. But the reality is that's where I vote. So I have a lot to say.
Yeah, and I love you for coming on and doing this. And again, our prayers go out to everybody that was affected
Absolutely.
in this tragedy on Saturday. And let's see who he picks tonight. So thank you for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.